wounds, injuries such as extreme bleeding, fracture can cause shock. What is shock? What symptoms has the person in shock? How does the nurse give first aid for shock? Try to answer these questions after watching a video how to treat someone for shock. In this video there will be some unknown words. I want you to write them in your exercise books and try to remember them. Will you write down the new vocabulary in your exercise books? Blotchy skin, confusion, injury, paleness, profuse sweating, restlessness, thirst, and victim.
How to treat someone for shock. When you encounter someone in a state of shock, seek medical attention immediately. Shock occurs when there is an insufficient amount of blood flowing through the body. It's often the result of a serious illness or injury, such as from a car accident. It's a life-threatening condition. You'll need to act fast. You will need awareness of the signs of shock and a calm demeanor. Optional: a blanket, something with which to prop up feet, and a shading device, like an umbrella. Step 1. Check for signs of shock. They include clammy skin, paleness, restlessness, thirst, bleeding, profuse sweating, confusion, labored or rapid breathing, blotchy or bluish skin, especially around the mouth, and nausea and/or vomiting. If someone has lost a lot of blood, is severely dehydrated, has serious burns or wounds, or is suffering from a severe allergic reaction, assume he is going into shock and begin treating him. Step 2. Treat minor shock, where the shock is more due to the event than the injury, by having the person sit down and put his head between his legs, especially if he feels like he's going to faint. The rush of blood to his head will help stabilize him. Step 3. Loosen clothing at the neck, waist, and wherever it appears to be tight. Step 4. Keep the person lying down and elevate his legs off the ground, unless they're fractured, to help direct more blood toward the vital organs. If he's having trouble breathing and you're sure he's suffered no injuries to his neck or spine, elevate his head and shoulders. Do not move the person at all if you don't know what his injuries are, or you could cause more damage. Step 5. Check for blood in the mouth. If it's present, turn the person on his side so he won't choke. Step 6. Keep him at a comfortable body temperature by covering him if it's cold or providing shade if it's hot. If a tourniquet has been applied, try to keep it uncovered. Step 7. Do your best to keep the person calm by providing constant reassurance. Speak and act with confidence, even if you're quaking inside. Do not give the person anything to eat or drink unless a medical professional instructs you to do so. Step 8. Stay with the victim until medical help arrives. Did you know the steps to treat shock are exactly the same as those to prevent shock?
You are going in groups of 5 to work. We are going to work in groups of 5. Look at the keyword. Look at the keyword. What words are associated with this first aid? Make up the word web in your groups. And will you watch the video again in your groups?
Check for signs of shock. They include clammy skin, paleness, restlessness, thirst, bleeding, profuse sweating, confusion, labor, and act fast. You will need awareness of the signs of shock and calm demeanor. Option: a blanket the victim until medical help arrives.
Work in your groups.
Did you know the steps to treat
Make up the
are
word
exactly
web.
the same as those to prevent shock?
To give first aid. First aid.
Are you ready? Ready?
Yes.
Now choose the leader in your group. The leader will tell us everything what you have discussed in your group. Who will show your cluster in front of class? Who will show your cluster in the front of class? The first. Who is the first?
First aid for bruise, first aid for shock, first aid for bleeding, first aid to the victim, to give first aid for fracture, and first aid for poison. Good.
Good job. Thank you. Take your seat, please. Who will speak about the first aid? Master, please. Board.
First aid for shock. First aid is a last serene condition. First aid if there is a lack of oxygen. We must elevate the legs. We must loosen his clothing. We must keep the person warm.
One mistake. Like threatening condition. Threatening. Good. Take your seat, please. Thank you. We work individually. First, we work individually using cards without showing them to each other. Then, work in rotating pairs. Так, сейчас я раздаю карточки, и вы выполняете задания на карточках. You are to understand the sentences, to find the mistakes, to correct them and explain them. First, work individually. Индивидуально. Сначала работаем индивидуально. I'll give you 1 minute. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now change your sheets with your partners. You are to understand these sentences, to find the mistakes, to correct them and to explain them. I'll give you 1 minute.
Usually it is to sprinkle cold water on his face. It is to don't listen
Have you finished?
and
Yes, finished. Good. Now change your partner. Change your partners. And make the same exercise. I'll give you 1 minute. Again.
on his back. Don't raise his feet. The person with shock isn't irritable. If the victim has shock, you should know him.
Disturb the casualty. It is true.
Sprinkle to wet or
It is false.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Good. Now, will you show the result of your work? Yes? Yes. Let's take turns reading. Let's take turns reading. Please, Tamara.
disturb that casualty. It is true.
Good.
If the victim has shock, you should lay him on his back. It is true.
That's
Don't-
correct.
Don't raise his feet. It is false.
Mhm.
Sprinkle cold water on his face. It is true.
Good. Nastya.
Don't loosen any tight clothing. It is false.
Mhm.
The person in shock isn't irritable, it is false.
Right. That's right.
Don't cover him warmly. It is false.
Mhm.
If the victim has shock, you should love him. It is false.
we are going to work in groups of 5. The first group is to complete the left part of the table symptoms, and the second group is to complete the left part of the table your actions. Complete this table. I'll give you 2 minutes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now choose the leader in your group. Выбираем лидера. And the leader of the first group shares the information with the second group and vice versa. Лидер первой группы у нас обменивается информацией, обучает вторую группу и наоборот. I'll give you 3 minutes. Time is over. Are you ready?
Yes.
The leaders of groups may come back in your own group. Лидеры групп могут сесть, перейти в свои прежние группы. Who will speak about symptoms? Who will speak about symptoms in your group? Света.
The symptoms of shock include paleness, confusion, thought, profuse sweating, rapid breathing.
Are we agreed?
Yes.
Agree. Let's translate these words. Paleness, бледность, confusion, Тамара, замешательство, thirst, profuse sweating,
Обильное потоотделение.
обильное потоотделение и rapid breathing. Will you speak about, who will speak about your actions for shock? Настя.
Lay the person on his back.
Lay the person on his back. Translate this sentence. Диана.
Положить пациента на спину.
Положить пациента на спину.
Raise his feet.
Raise his feet. Настя. Приподнимите его.
Don't move the person.
Don't move the person. Who will translate?
Не беспокоить пациента.
Cover the person
Cover the person lonely. Тамара. Что сделать? Укрыть пациента, да? И последнее.
reassure the person.
Reassure the person.
Успокоить.
Успокоить пациента. Now, the next step is our work will be writing the sync vein. In your sync vein, there must will be 1 noun, 2 adjectives, 3 verbs, a combination of words, and 1 sentence. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Давайте, первый у нас шаг. Так, теперь у нас два. Ой, 3 глагола. Тут учеб.
Tomorrow. To come.
2 minutes. Left. Will you show your think way, please? 1 noun.
Shock.
1 noun.
Shock.
Shock. Good. 2 adjectives. Настя?
Live. Frightening. Dangerous.
Live.
Frightening.
Frightening.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. Translate.
Жизненно опасный или опасный.
Sleep. Good. 3 verbs. Larissa?
To cheap, to late, to come.
And translate. This words.
Проверять, успокаивать его и
Положить
положить,
и
успокоить.
успокоить. То есть последовательность, да?
Проверить.
Проверить симптомы, уложить и успокоить. A combination of words.
Don't move the person.
Don't move the person. Translate this.
Не двигать пациента.
Не передвигайте пациента. Right. And a sentence, one sentence. Ksenia.
Let the person on the back and raise his feet. Let the person on the back and raise his feet.
To translate the sentence.
Положить его на спину и приподнять его ноги.
И приподнять ему ноги. Good. Thank you for your hard work. I am pleased with you today. Have a rest.